Be all right.
Please.
Hello, sir.
Are you?
Carol, get on to you.
Let's go.
I'm mate.
Yeah, that's the main
That's
thing.
who you can make it.
Hey, Mr. President.
Are you
good for me,
Ain't gonna tell how long it took him to get dirty like this.
all day?
He rolled all over the floor down there.
Why, late getting here.
All day.
Yeah. What'd you do back in Bowman? I start working on it.
You just made it look like you've been doing something. Made so much money, you wrote out them bills, and now it ain't. That's what it is.
This is ink, that's what's on my head. Card.
How's God?
Oh, it's busy. How about you?
Well, this is the agenda on budget finance. I don't
Oh,
know,
okay.
Morris, you got y'all. Got a couple of minutes. I don't know if you need to sign that or not. Looks like it's just maybe members.
Hang
No,
on,
it's
your ways.
Everybody
Okay.
It's messy bad.
We got a little break ourselves.
Carly said we would get about 50–60% change rain more than that.
Up to 2/10, they said.
Really?
All at once?
They say we're gonna get us to 2/10.
Friday and Saturday. I would have figured it up.
I hope you're right. But this morning they give it 2/10. They said maybe 4 to 4/10 in Nashville, but they said around Chattanooga, so, you know, we may not
Closer to
get it.
Chattanooga.
Closer you get Chattanooga, the less you
May
gonna
not
get.
get any.
Now, the last time they was giving 80% chance of rain, and they was giving up quite a bit of, we didn't even get like 15 sprinkles. Before I heard it hitting the roof, before I could get outside it quit.
It wasn't just a few sprinkles, but
I don't know, we've been pretty desperate for rain now. It's not as bad as I've seen it, but the time of year, it's the worst I've seen it this time of year. It's really cutting production.
In half.
Oh, yeah.
We water a day and dig a day. Cut it in half.
That way you don't make too much money.
That's right. We'll have
You make half.
to build
as
new
much.
places to put
You have
money.
trees for your spring orders.
Yeah, you don't run out.
I've got 5 o'clock, I'll call budget and finance to order, and we'll go through our procedure, and then I'll turn it over to corrections. You have your minutes in front of you. I have a motion, we approve the minutes and dispense the reading of the minutes.
I'll make that one.
Got a motion by Carl,
Second.
got a second from Michael. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 4-0. Now we need to approve our agenda tonight. To have a motion to that. Got a motion by Michael, second by Ken. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, I'll turn it over to correction partnerships now.
Call the County Correction Partnership Committee to order. Everybody received an email from Carol on the minutes last month. Everybody, any corrections? No corrections. Everybody want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
I think we're just gonna call a meeting tonight, to do a joint meeting with the budget and finance, and we're having a jail budget tonight. Which is listening on.
All right, I guess we'll kind of give Herschel the floor and let him.
well, Jackie, he called me, I guess it was Monday. He said he had 365 inmates out there. And, he had 110 women. And, we're, out there today, we had 360. They've taken 6 women, so it leaves us 104 out there. And what he is wanting to do, we've called Bob Bass, and he's trying to get us, talk to the state people, trying to get them to come and take some more. They've taken 6 women. But we've got to look at something, you know, some temporary jail cells or something. I mean, we are strictly overcrowded. And, I don't know, Bob's coming after Thanksgiving down to talk to us and see what he can come up with. But, the problem that we got, we don't have any money. And, so, you know, if this is gonna hold, and it's been holding now, I reckon, about the last month, it's 360. It's around that 355, 365. And, we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have all types of problems.
When you talk about temporary sales first, you talking about like a trailer?
Trailer. But I don't know, we're gonna look at something besides that too, of what Bob said. I mean, whatever we look at, we'll bring back to these committees, let y'all look, but I don't know what we're gonna do for money though.
Herschel, where are we on state inmates? Have you got numbers late, recent numbers,
I
Mark?
don't know.
In August, when Bob Bass came, he had just done a quick evaluation the month or 2 months before, and he came back. And in August, when he gave us our report before we decided to do the jail evaluation and everything, he said, of course, overcrowding happens in jails, and it's not against the law as long as we're certified. That covers your own lawsuits and protects the taxpayers. And he also went on to say that the overcrowding in jails he said they'll tear your jail apart when you're overcrowded like that. But he also said that 1/3 of the population is misdemeanors. And if you count the pre-trial misdemeanors, it equals over half of the inmate population. He told us in this chart that he gave us that was extremely high for the misdemeanors. He says that we're putting people in jail for things that other counties are not putting them in for. My opinion, and I'm not out there every day, I'm at a monthly meeting, so I don't know. The sheriff and the jail administrator is the one that's got to find a solution to the problems. But on the outside looking in, it looks to me like with these misdemeanors, we could do things like ankle bracelets, in-house arrest, work them on Saturdays, picking up garbage, stuff like that. Now, I do know this, implementing programs like that takes a lot more effort than just putting up more sales. And I'm not suggesting that we turn people loose out of jail that we don't need in jail. You know, if you do a crime, you need to be punished for it. But when we have violation of probation for not paying they can be picking up garbage on the side of the road.
It takes the sheriff, the judge on that call. We've got the ankle bracelets, and we've been putting the ankle bracelets on. But it takes the
How
judge.
many we got on that?
I don't know, we did have 5 or 6 on that, but it takes the judge to put them on ankle bracelets. It takes the judge to put them
Somebody needs
outside.
to be working with the judge.
We met with them. I mean,
Well, in his statement, he made the statement, he said we had a judge problem. Of course, we had a meeting with the judges and they told us we didn't have no problem with them.
but guys, we've got a problem, and,
But I hate to throw money after temporary sales and stuff when we got other solutions that we might could look at. It'll take a little more energy to implement these other
well, the
programs.
thing about it, we don't have the people out there right now, if you had outside people to do it.
Yeah, but if you do temporary sales, you're gonna have to have
But
more jail.
what I just say, we don't have money. We ain't even got money to do
that.
We ain't got money. You can ask Linda. I mean, we don't have money
But it wouldn't take as much money to implement those other things, would it?
if the judge go along.
We need to have I don't know who does that, but somebody needs to talk with them.
Well, I know the last time Bob was out there, we did just a little walkthrough. I think you were there, I think Terry, I think you were there. And the first room that we looked at was a storage room. And I know it would take some money to do some conversion, but Bob, being a state guy, you would think that he was in the know as far as what we could and couldn't do, but he felt like that room would work for a dorm style, minimum security prisoners. He said classify them, put the minimum security guys in there, put one jailer in there and watch 25 guys, and if you break the rules, you're out of there and you don't have free reign of the minimum security. But and I don't know what he came up with. I know Jim Hart I think he's the facilities guy, but he said he had to go back and get with Jim. I don't know what was said, but I know Bob seemed to think that we could go in there. Maybe, I know we might have to put an outside storage building or something in, but I think it would take less manpower to
He said $100,000 on 18, maybe, that was 18. But when you're looking at 18 prisoners, you're looking at just more than one guard, because you've got 4 shifts running there.
Yep. But regardless,
So
I
we
mean,
don't have to
outside
run.
sales are not going to, I don't think that's going to be feasible, especially since we've got room inside the jail that we could do something.
Was
Yeah,
that
but
that
if
big
you only
storage
let
room that you
19
go in?
people,
I
First
know
and
they're
on the
still
right,
getting there.
first and on the right, that big storage area.
When I was on that committee, but Jackie wasn't here to that at all.
What's that?
That big room there, whatever, it's storage room. I mean, they wasn't here to that at all.
Because that's got, I mean, I don't know where we put that, that's got all the records that they're going to every day, just like y'all are, you know, we got records.
You know, it's just got a ceiling like this and.
Yeah, we'd have to change, I mean, it'd take quite a bit of money to bring it up to code, is what you have to do.
What about those sales down through there, Herschel, them little sales, it was a little bit
People
small.
in.
Are you using them then?
Yeah,
For the
Jack,
most part.
Jackie's, you know, we took out some bunks, he's bringing bunks back in, I mean, we got those. Yeah, we're bringing bunks that we took out, we're bringing those back in.
Yeah.
No, they're full out there, there ain't no doubt about
No doubt
that.
about it, yeah.
I mean, I'm not denying that they are full, but I'm just saying they might be other alternatives if we could do something with some of these misdemeanors.
Well, didn't he tell us that it didn't matter how many beds you build, you're gonna fill it unless you start working on the root of the problem?
Yeah, that's
exactly what
We've
he
got-
said.
And really, I don't think we're addressing the problem. We're just addressing not having enough room, is what
Right.
we're addressing.
But now that's,
We can't address the problem's not here.
Who do we have to go to address the problem then?
Like he says, the misdemeanors, we just need to find out, but I mean, it's
but whose responsibility is it to go to the
Yeah, is it
judges
the county
and work
commissioner's
that?
responsibility to go to them, or is it yours, or Jackie's?
I'd be
or-
glad to go to them, I mean, we've gone before.
It's got, but whose is it though? Who does the responsibility actually fall on?
Probably me, and I'd be glad to go, and Jackie, we'd be glad to go, if any of y'all won't go, we'd go call them, set us up a meeting.
He also mentioned split confinement, which I don't fully understand that. He said that the judges could help us on that split confinement about how we housed our prisoners too. And like I said, I don't fully he went through that. A lot of that stuff he talked about was over my head with what knowledge I have of it.
Best I remember, the general sessions judge said, you've got to give them what the law, if they're convicted, what it's, you know.
That's what he said, but
I
Bob
remember that.
Bass is a state man, and he said that they were people going to jail for pretrial and stuff for misdemeanors that other counties are not doing. We're kind of going overboard, and we're putting a lot of them on, everybody goes to probation.
That's your problem. Only thing them people want is the $45 every month. They don't pay the $45. They put a warrant on them, pick them up. They go to jail to court day. And if you go back, when Barry Meddy was the judge, he had 3 people working for him. And when Larry Ross became judge, the county court voted to do away with that because he didn't want to fool the probation more, and he turned it over to a private company. And we got maybe 2 or 3 private companies making money off the county. And we got to pick up the medicine bill and everything else, and then private companies, all they doing is taking them back to court every week because they didn't pay the $45. That's your problem.
Well, we'd be better off trying to implement programs to keep them out of jail. than just trying to build to put them in jail, because that's not, history will tell you that's not working. The whole country is just, we gotta figure out why these people are in jail. Do we
They're all
actually?
repeat offenders.
They're repeating.
They're not all probation, you got drugs and
You got drugs, but
Yeah,
most of.
we can actually get lists of what they're in there for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
You get a
got a
list
list,
for
I
court.
got a list of them before.
Show how many of every week for probation violation.
Well-
Majority of them up there for violation.
Jackie and Eddie both have said that it's a core group. They rotate them in jail, they're back out, in a few days they're back in, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
basically the
about
same
800.
group of people.
What did he say? Six
Well,
or
they must be
700?
growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's gotta be.
Since
Must be.
Without a
2010,
doubt.
Bob Bass said since 2010, we've had an incline, complete incline. And he says he's going back and find out what the problem is, and that's what Bob Bass is supposed to be trying to figure out why we're, what we can do to solve our overcrowded stuff. And then Jim Hart's supposed to be looking at it and telling us what size facility we actually do need, how many jailers we actually do need, and stuff like that. I don't know if Jackie heard them 4 jailers that we approved.
I reckon he has. I know he's been interviewed.
I would think he had.
Yeah, I know he's been interviewing. But Bob's supposed to be down there after Christmas, after Thanksgiving.
I mean, we're relying on them 2 guys to tell us what we need to do, because they're supposed to be specialists, but
What do you think Herschel will be about a year before we heard from Jim Hart?
That's what
He said
Bob
cover
Bass was
us.
saying, that good thing.
he did say that, but at that one particular time, you take half of your inmate population is misdemeanors, surely we can do something
Yeah,
to
but
release the pressure with that.
Not all them guys that are misdemeanors, they're just little DUIs or anything, some of them, it's, were pretty bad people.
This ain't 48 hours and out now, because it's there, the population's there every day. I called Monday, and it was 355 or 356. And he said the weekend was up, in the 360s. And I think he told me that they'd sent 35 or 40 state inmates just like recently.
But he said that, like a certain percent of them sitting there for pre-trial. They're waiting for their trial to come up. They may sit there 6 months for a 48-hour time, for 2 months and they end up getting time served on 48 hours. See what I'm saying? On some of this stuff.
They arrest I'm not speaking that term, if they arrest somebody and they can't or won't pay a bail bondsman, they sit.
They sit there until they go to court. Ever how long it takes them to get to court. And the judge sat there and told us that they was backed up on their court.
I talked to him today, that's what he said. He said, I asked him how everything's going. He said, we just got too many people, too small a court now. That's what Judge Law,
And we've all been up there in that courtroom, and it is small, and out of
Well,
day.
he had 100 people Thursday, he had to move it over to Larry, he had to move it over to Bart Stanley Court, he had 100 people. And people were wanting to see, he had nearly 70 inmates up there.
You know what that room looks like, whether we make it sitting in them.
Yeah, but when he got 100
It's
people,
smaller than this room right here.
he gotta move it to Bart Stanley Court, cause he can't get them all in his court. And usually when Bart hold court, he got 100 people in his court that day.
Herschel, you're saying we don't have no money, and there's no money coming around until next year, correct?
Well, what could you do if you had money?
Well, that's what we just need to talk to Bob. He's gonna bring us some ideas and see what we can do. But I'd be glad to, any of y'all that wants to go back up and try to get a meeting with Bart and Bill again, talk to them.
But really, we need to have a focus of where we're going with it before we know how much money we need, or if we need money, or when we need it and stuff, right?
But the way this thing is right now, if this stays like it is, we're just looking at a 100-bed addition. We're looking at a 200-bed addition now.
That won't give you.
No.
What about all that money we had to raise property tax, because we had all kinds of money? What happened to that money?
What is that?
I thought we had all kinds of money, we didn't raise no property tax whatsoever.
That went to back the budget. whatever y'all wanna do, I'd be glad to take
I think we need to have a meeting with them and see, just like, I mean, if we just got 7 on them ankle braces, we shouldn't even started that program. I can't believe out of that many inmates that only 7 qualified to put on a ankle bracelet.
But we've had them, we paid the bills, and yeah, we'd have to pull the
But it's
bills.
not
I think.
many.
You just have to buy the ankle bracelets as we use them, or do we buy them?
$10 a day.
You rent them or something?
Just around.
Yeah, but, like I say, it takes a judge to approve the ankle bracelets. And, Bill let like 18 out there not long ago.
If there was 100 out there that qualified for ankle bracelets, would we have money to put them on them? I mean.
You can do that cheaper than you can leave them in jail.
That's right. It'd
The
be
money,
cheaper
the
on the
money
county.
costs the same.
Yeah.
If they're in the jail right now, you've got the money to run the jail, you're running the jail. So the money's the same.
It's cost more $10 a day. to keep them in jail.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, if you figure, I don't know if it costs, they figure in your facilities and everything.
Facilities operation is.
He told at that meeting how much it cost, and I'd have to go back through my notes and see if I wrote it down, but he made a mention of what it cost to keep an inmate a day.
$38, $44, something like that, in that ballpark.
Yeah,
It
he
was
was talking about
30
this.
some
But
odd.
taking one out's not gonna save bottom dollar, $38 to $44, I know.
No.
Something about full average.
But you're gonna,
I've got it back there at the state, I believe 2016, we brought in a little over $1 million on, state inmates.
yeah.
That,
I'll make a motion that we invite the judges, the sheriff, the jailers, and any commissioners that's interested in trying to help solve this problem. We get together and have a set meeting in the courtroom in here, in administrative, and see if we can hash out something to work on this problem, see which direction we need to go.
See why we got such a
And if
problem.
we could be fortunate enough to have Mr. Bass at that meeting, that would be wonderful too.
Great, yeah.
The morning that he's coming in, instead of having a meeting at the jail, have it here at the thing during the day and get all the commissioners that would be interested in trying to help solve this problem, and bring their ideas to the table. And hear the judges tell us why this won't work and that won't work and stuff. Instead of just saying it won't work, tell us why it won't work. I'll make that as a motion.
Second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Whatever. Sounds good to me. We need to do something. We're gonna have to do something.
Could we set that up, Herschel, when Mr. Bass comes in?
well, I can if the judges will work with us, I gotta get them.
See
If I gotta find out when he's coming.
if you could coordinate that with them, I think that'd be really good. I mean, we don't need to sit here and say they're doing something wrong, we need to get them involved in it.
We need to find out what's going on. We really don't know
Yeah, we don't
what's
know
going
enough.
on right now
Yeah.
to make any decisions.
No, we
period.
can't.
We're not educated on it.
No.
We gotta know when they're having court too. They won't be here for
Right,
court.
yeah, we need to pick their off day and try to work with
The
them.
only day Bill has off is Friday, and that's paper day that he does, and I don't know what Martin's schedule will be.
Yeah, he's off most Fridays, he got a qualification.
Yeah, he might have that, but we might make it later or something.
Yeah, he don't have nothing about 8 or 10.
Do we have anything else we need to discuss?
That's it.
Well, if Herschel will line that up for us and let us all know, I think we need to all come and try to find out where the problem's at.
Anybody want to cover corrections? Anything else?
Who couldn't say it?
Linda, you have anything?
Okay, Terry, did
I got a
budget
bacon.
finance vote on that? Was there wasn't a motion by budget?
No, but I'll accept a motion if we need it. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion, Mr. Chairman. Second by Michael. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, pass 4-0.
Kenny, do you have anything?
No.
If Budget and Finance doesn't have anything else, I'll accept the motion, we adjourn. Got a motion by Carl and a second by Michael. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right,
Do I
appreciate
hear a motion
everybody
for
coming.
county corrections?
Make a motion, we
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hey,
What time are you?